Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, we want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Double honors to the elder apostles at Great Millstone. Salutations to you brothers on the highways and byways, teaching this truth in truth and sincerity, risking your lives to do so. Alright, one of those things we're risking our lives to do is reveal the true image of Christ according to the Bible. Alright, and here you see it. This is a much more accurate depiction of Yahushua HaMashiach in the Paleo Hebrew, or who the world ignorantly refers to today as Jesus Christ. Alright, and so when I was at camp, I was trying to elaborate on the importance of the image of the Lord, because you have to know who you're worshiping. Alright, this is very important, especially when it comes to the world today. Alright, and so the denominational churches, they've led the world astray with this image. Alright, we're going to get into a little bit today about who this individual is. And you should recognize him. Alright, and then get the scriptures I got at camp and hopefully elaborate better than maybe when I was then. Alright, so if you're following the channel, hopefully this is edifying. Alright, so going back to this, notice the white woolly hair. Alright, and then the dark complected skin, as if burned in a furnace. As it says, as brass burned in a furnace. Alright. And his hair was white was because he was infinite in wisdom, like unto the Most High. Alright. And free from sin. Alright. In the flesh during this life. Alright. So let's get it. Revelations 1 and 13, it says, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, and tonight we're celebrating the Passover, by the way. So salutes to you brothers holding the ceremony tonight, according to the elder apostles. Alright, giving double honors to them for leading us in the spirit, truthfully and sincerely, in the name of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Alright, and here it is, and in the midst of the 7 candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, alright, clothed with a garment down to the foot, and a girt about the paps with the golden girdle. And so this is partially where this image comes from. We don't see the Lord's girdle, which is his belt, and we don't see the fact that it goes down to his legs, but that's how ancient attire was. But this is the image. You see the 7 golden candlesticks in the background. Alright. His head and his hairs were white like wool. Alright, and so we're going to search Google for this word. Let's see if we can get a definition. It's the Old Speak definition, where you have to see where Esau lies. What I mean by that is he told the truth on himself before in ancient or in prior times, and then went back in and changed it. That's how you know he's lying about it. So they define it today as fine, soft, curly, or wavy hair forming the coat of a sheep. Alright, so if you know that hair texture, that is only exclusively to what they would refer to as today as African American. Alright, and there is a distinction between African Americans and the mass majority of melanated other nations. Alright, and primarily what I'm getting at is Ham. Ham is also in a majority in Africa. Alright, and they also share melanin, but they come from a different progenitor in the scriptures. Alright, there's a righteous, well, there's a genealogy to the Bible, and you have to follow the genealogy, and ultimately the mystery is as to who the Israelites are today. You know, thanks to the elder apostles and the Most High, Yahweh Shem Shai, through the regeneration. All right, Yahweh Shai giving his life. Okay, we're celebrating the Passover. Not celebrating, but we're observing the Passover tonight. I say observing because, again, this is the night they betrayed the Messiah, and he was ultimately crucified. All right, murdered as a perfect example. Ultimately, because the world hates the Lord. All right, the world today has come to become anti-Christ. All right, in every way, shape, or form. Well, we're not getting into the details of that as much as we are the appearance of the Lord today. And so that's what we'll get into, continuing on. His head and his hairs were white like wool, as white as snow. And the reason it was white is because of his wisdom. All right, the white woolly hairs. You know, white gray hairs, as it is written in Proverbs, is something that you get when you have age and experience. And as the elders were in our ancient times, when we were a kingdom formerly, we would elect them to lead us in the laws of old, all right, which we're still subject unto today, but we had to ultimately, Yahweh Shai had to come back and save us from the covenant, because we would not have been able to be saved by our own choices. All right. And it says, and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. All right. So that's, again, like I was getting when I was out of camp. Everybody's complexion of their lower portion of their body is the same complexion as their upper portion. And so we know the Lord's skin melanin, based off that statement there, as brass burned in a furnace. All right. That's his complexion, and that's his that would be his hair distinction. All right, his ethnic hair distinction, as Esau would call ethnic today. You know, but the Bible deals with nations. It's a book of nationality, and if you know the scriptures, you know the Bible is a story of the Israelites from beginning in their creation, all the way from their rise and fall to their final salvation today in New Egypt, where we're at today. We declare ourselves formally as so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, these are the slave names that we have been issued by the world governments today to keep us in a low, confused state. All right, and they do this intentionally to control our people and keep us separated. All right, but this unity here in the Lord and the elect, which will come to pass, this world will end. The world we know today will end. America and all the world governments will suffer ICBM thermonuclear destruction, according to the Bible, because everything else that's been spoken has come to pass. All right, and through the Lord's men, these mysteries are being revealed.